the past 16 years for Johns Hopkins. Looking to get back again this year, and this year is underway for us here on ESPN, the first of over 230 men's games across ESPN networks. And it's the freshman Ross Prince who wins possession on the faceoff dot for the Hoyas.
And throwing. It's about the fundamentals, the little things, right?
And you just saw that go awry for them on that first possession as a bad pass led to a turnover. But the net score from midfield! And it's Matt Collison, who usually finds the back of the net from much closer in, but on the clear, Collison saw the open net on the 10-man ride and buried it.
A 10-man ride without ball pressure is not going to work. Collison able to set his feet and eye this up from about, 45 or so yards. The midfield line's at 40. Anderson Moore about 10 yards to the right, and he puts that thing on a rope.
Been stout these first couple of games.
Good size lefty, very experienced. Really benefited from the tutelage of Charlie Toomey, a former goalie.
Caesar hits the pipe, right back to a teammate, and Stout makes the save.
Thus far from the first midfield group.
And they've got some slick sticks. I think English right now, who has the ball, he had a big game against Towson.
He loses it, picked up by Moore.
You want to stick if you're Georgetown. Bayman on a shorty.
Good look inside, score. Georgetown's on the board.
Nice call, Clark.
Fulton Bayman is a transfer from Notre Dame. Sat behind Pat Cavanaugh. All he did was win the Georgetown trophy. So Bayman had some injuries in South Bend. He's using his 5th year, his graduate year, down in DC, and he has the short stick. So once he has that matchup, Hopkins has to support.
Owen Horning's first career goal, the freshman for Georgetown. Nets things up, watch out here, bouncer. Anderson can't find it, made the initial save. Now Hayden Carroll with a shorty on him. He'll look to attack upfield. Ray makes that extra pass to Caesar on the near side, now behind the net. Bayman. Tough angle and scores anyway.
He's good, Quint. He's getting an opportunity, making the most of it.
I love the fact that a guy like Fulton Bayman, after dealing with injuries in high school and at college at Notre Dame, sat behind some historically successful players out in South Bend. I love it that he gets to transfer, that he gets an extra opportunity, that he gets to...
10 to shoot. Shit comes upfield, that shot high, almost corralled out of the midair by Krogan. And we're going to get a shot clock violation since that shot wasn't on net.
Yeah, look at Ward. I mean, how pumped is he? You heard him screaming at 10 seconds. Some of their left-handed sided players playing with their right hand too. The lack of lefties on this unit could be a little concerning.
Look at Stout coming out and making the hit.
Love the timing, love the aggressive mindset. Be that 7th defender, be the extra guy. You're the free safety, come out and make a play.
Got the Hopkins bench fired up. Another big hit in the middle of the field.
Wow.
Penalty, so Georgetown is up a man for the next 30 seconds. And then oh no, didn't they hit on the outside of the cage? What goes around, it always comes around, just sometimes it takes a few decades or a lifetime. Bayman back upfield.
I like how they have Aiden Carroll up top and Bayman behind. That's almost like a 2-quarterback system, right? You're balanced with passer and dodger between 2 and 12.
Goldberg with a nice pass. And Bayman just couldn't finish it. Race to the end line for the ball. Won by Hopkins. Bench appreciates that hustle.
Melendez do it.
There's Melendez right here looking to dodge.
The ball has not been at X this entire first quarter.
Melendez on the run. Help comes. Good look inside. That's a great shot, too, after the pass. And Jimmy Ayers buries it.
There's a little bit of an answer in that play. It's just Melendez not operating from behind the net. He swings up top and makes good things happen.
Well, he's made 2 really good plays. On the Collison miss a couple of minutes ago, he's able to understand where the pressure of the defense is coming from. So I like the heads-up play by 31 in white. Eyes continue to dissect the defense. And Jimmy Ayers, just that subtle step upfield makes all the difference in the world of getting his hands free. He understands where Melendez is going. He follows him.
Last year in South Bend, Vardaro was excellent that day. And Bundy, remember when we saw him in warm-ups? Have you ever gone field level, Clark, and you see Bundy shoot? Or gone to a Denver Outlaw practice in the PLL?
Yeah.
A bigger goaltender. You see how he got on the high arc for that one, Clark?
Another save.
He's on fire right now.
That's 4 on the game. Comes upfield, it gets leveled by Herb.
Look, Hopkins has, what, 3 goals? One was a 10-man, one was an early offense, and one was in settled set. So their settled offense right now has not exactly been grooving.
Neither one of these teams really 6v6.
Well, to my point earlier, we're seeing nothing from behind the cage. It's all above goal line extended.
There's Melendez quickly over to Collison, who scored on that against that 10-man ride from the middle of the field. This time, with defenders all over him, he uses that left-handed snipe.
That's a joke. I mean, the strength there, Quint, is insane. How do you stop that?
I mean, when you watch this team play, whether it's in person or in tape, they're 2 guys who jump off the page at you in terms of being future pros in the PLL. Scott Smith, defender, 18, plays with a ferociousness. And then Collison does things like this, when he could be the most dominant midfielder in the country. That's great defense. He is being lifted almost off his feet underneath the arm. Look at that position. That is textbook defense, and he shoots through it with power and strength like he's not even there.
He shoots through it. Bill Rain, you could argue, 6 and white, had the best freshman season of any defender in Division I. He was, you know, you have obviously the Notre Dame guy as well.
That was great ball movement on the fast break. Chauvet finishes.
Twice now, Clark, you mentioned this team investing in clearing and riding.
And it pays off.
Collison with the bomb against the 10-man ride. This, a quick clear and a seamless attack right away before Georgetown could get set up.
You know what I like about this shot? He goes low to low. A lot of times he's high rising, right? So Anderson Moore is sitting on that shot, waiting for that low to high rip that Chauvet loves. On light.
Scott Smith on Carroll. Ray spins, shoots.
Piece. I think he got a piece of that.
Stays in play, probably right, because it was able to ricochet around. Although they didn't reset the shot clock, that's what Kevin Warren wants. He's screaming to the officials. Still 10 to shoot now. It's gonna be desperation mode. And still Bayman makes it work, but Warren is incensed with the officials for not resetting the clock. It works out for Georgetown, though, in the end.
Save the gasket, Warren. You scored. He's going nuts.
How about this look? This is a next level pass. I love these type of passes. To the backside post.
Yeah, breaks the back of a defense. If you can thread it, the payoff is a gorgeous.
This is a great
dunk.
pass on the run.
If I asked you that question, Q, would you be able to answer that?
Roper, he's Three's company, isn't he?
Both of them are. They're both
knocking my door.
Right, they're both the neighbors in Three's company. First, Mr. Furley was Don Knotts, and then Mr. Roper was God, I can't think of the actor's name.
I know Roper.
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
I don't know Furley.
Well, let me introduce you to Ben Furley, freshman.
People think
number
we're
14
old.
in blue.
I was shooting a piece up in Boston with Charlotte North this week. She doesn't even know who Rodney Dangerfield is.
No respect.
This is having his way with the draw.
Yeah, only a freshman going against the KG vet.
Callahan. They brought in Hobart on that last draw, and he won one earlier, so he's a freshman as well for Hopkins. Good catch inside. Beautiful catch and shot.
Gosh.
Hunter Chauvet. How did he catch it? How did he shoot it? And how did he beat Anderson Moore?
See how he went low to low on that rip against Anderson Moore? And what's this one now? It's not low to low.
This is making something special out of really what was a horrendous feed in front.
Yeah. My man, you have skills.
So he picks this up in traffic here with a low stick position. And look where the ball ends up. Look where the ball ends up. He takes that from his socks and puts it up in the corner. And what do you do if you're the goalie here? Anderson Moore goes down. You're matching up, and from close range, there's no way he can do this. This placement is next level. It's a change of level. Low. Tapes.
Hopkins is hot. They've hit their last 3 shots to forge this 3-goal lead.
You know what I like about this offense, too? It's balanced with righties and lefties.
Bauer on the run to his left, gets it to the lefty Collison. Now he tries to force a pass into Melendez. Can't get it to go. Here comes Urban, Georgetown.
Season, Notre Dame had the most by a lot. They had 8. The next was Syracuse with 5. Kevin Corrigan and Ryan Wellner and Chris Wojcik, the way that they've been recruiting, they just reload.
Former Irish player right there, number 2 in blue, Fulton Bayman, transferred in the offseason. Now remember this Georgetown Hoya team and this offense, it's got to figure something out.
I talked about Hopkins with the balanced righty-lefties. Georgetown, you look at...
Yeah, Milman talked about Warwick Calhoun as a player he's really high on that rope unit. 6', 200-pounder, came out of Gilman, sophomore this year. That pass picked off.
He had a man.
Here comes Ty Banks. Banks lowers his shoulder. Tried to skip and does, but now should get a good crowd out there. The weather should be nice in Atlanta. Really a city where youth lacrosse is exploding. You mentioned Thunder Lacrosse and a lot of the high schools.
Don't forget about the old guys. Isn't that your summer team?
Yeah, the old guys. The league is literally old guy lacrosse. 20 seconds left to play in the first half. Have a few of those meat sticks out there, I'm sure. Georgetown could really use a little momentum going into the break. They may get it here. Caesar just a little bit wide with the defender all over him. Bayman tracks it down, 5.4 to go. It stays with the Hoyas. Gonna have to make something happen quickly. Tried to force a pass in front. Doesn't go. And the horn will sound to end what has been a really hard
12%?
Yeah, not getting many of those shots on goal, on cage rather. So it's just been, it has been difficult sledding for Georgetown offensively, but keeping themselves in the game on the defensive side. And we'll get a push, loose ball push, so possession going to Hopkins.
Face-offs have been a near disaster. You wake up and the score is 13-5, the final. Like, things change within a game.
Is that like the 8th game you had watched yesterday?
No, I thought the Orange looked pretty good. Great stick.
Spallina 10 points against the Catamounts of Vermont.
Stick skills on offense off the charts.
Chauvet, now that is a tough shot. That angle, Moore saw it all the way. Confidence. Goldberg, that's a good look inside. It just couldn't be handled though.
That's not an ideal possession to start the third quarter.
Chick. Quick passing. Didn't get through. Anderson Moore, though. Looked like he might have gone 5-hole, but he was able to get it.
I think another option there is Jimmy Ayers.
Krogan. As the shot clock winds down, to the outside of the cage. Collison.
That's dangerous. You cannot allow that if you're
when Melendez
Georgetown.
presses right-handed there, you do not want to step off, whether it's Collison or Chauvet from that wing. That's where you want to go from the inside.
Coming top side, and now Melendez finds the back of the net.
That's what I wanted to see. We saw so much productive offensive schemes and plays in the first half from the Jays, above goal line extended. Keep defenses honest with attacking from behind, and just with the doctor orders here.
Off the restart.
Off the restart against a shorty, getting above goal line extended. And the difference between Melendez and Georgetown, he's taken that extra step to increase the angle.
And watch this, the adjacent man upfield.
They had a 4-goal lead against Denver and Towson, and they let both of those teams creep back into the contest.
Somehow Ayers gets lost in the middle of the field, right in front of the crease. And Anderson Moore had little chance there.
Yeah, this goaltender from Birmingham getting far too accustomed to the Hopkins band as they play to win. This one's on his defense. There's nothing this young goaltender can do about this. Force just unmarked. Skillful pickup on the short hop. Melendez gets an assist for a poorly thrown feed inside.
It's the right look. It's a bad.
When they made the championship weekend, was it back in 99-ish?
Yep, 1990. Greg McCaver.
Greg McCaver, who grew up on the same street in my town, Lynbrook.
Yep.
Over here to Ray. Uses a pick. Step down. Maybe that gets him going. It's the freshman Kevin Miller.
Great look from Jordan Ray. Calvert Hall product. Had a nice year last year, but he kind of capitalized on all the attention that Graham Bundy was receiving. 19 goals a year ago, only 3 assists, but so far this season, he's got 3 assists, so he's got his assist total from last year. Pick set right there, he frees up his hands and he looks through the defense and see Hop in his right hand. And stop the train before it gets on the tracks.
Now here's Brooks English again in the substitution.
Oh boy, here it comes.
He goes
here
with the big lefts.
Hammer time. You can't see it. You can't see it. You can't save it. Feet set from 10 yards. You're turning and raking.
You feel it though, right? You feel it percolating, right? You knew that if Bauer found his footing, Collison was wide open on that backside to throw this absolute dart. This thing is humming. Turf monster, okay, get my feet back. Matt Collison, time and room, time to rake.
I mean, look at this crow hop. That's a very athletic play by Bauer, by the way. Crow hop, multiple steps. Yikes. Huh. You want no part of that. Just
Again, defenders all over. Collison finally gets the ball dislodged. Delivers a big hit himself, though.
That's good defense by Georgetown. You were asking for the double, right? They just gave it to you.
Anderson Moore loses his footing. This is going to be a goal. Flag down behind the play.
should be a trip. Called the holding. Moore out of Birmingham, Alabama. That's a trip by the right foot. I'm not sure how you call that a hold.
Up opportunity for Georgetown.
You don't think he fell when he was spinning?
I think he tripped him.
Man up opportunity here, and it's a huge opportunity for the Hoyas.
It's the old leg sweep, Carr.
Sweep the leg. Johnny from the Karate Kid.
Put him in a body bag. All even.
Georgetown brings on two lefties for their extra man unit. Guys who might as well be frozen solid on a day like today.
Another flag comes out. This one's going to go against Hopkins again.
It's full time. That's a direct hit. 1 minute's indirect. That's direct. That's the right call.
Yes, it is. You know, you follow through with the elbow. The hard part there defensively is you have a player who's changing levels, and we see it all the time in football. The dip of the offensive player right there.
Stays with Georgetown.
Get a reset of the shot clock.
Nice save by Stout.
Hopkins has done
in a week.
Look, they're going to have a great week of practice coming off this game as they look ahead to Loyola next week. They got to make fixes and adjustments off of 3 games. They really haven't had time to practice since the trip to Denver.
Phillips, tough pass, got it through though on the outside of the cage. As the Horns.
He said he never played another position other than goalie. Anderson as well. They've been goalies the whole time. A lot of times, like you started, what position were you when you first started playing?
Running around the backyard.
You a midfielder?
You need field balance.
Yeah, they got Caggiano on there right now, 44. I mentioned it on the far side. That's Furley, 14. On the doorstep, saved by Stout. And the race to the ball, one buck.
Set it up, though. If you go hard lefty there, maybe the rollback's going to be there for you.
That's Scott Smith on him. Bayman loses it. Oh, what a play by DeSico.
Seco's had a very strong game.
You've been calling his name, Cotter.
Very strong game.
One of your paisans, Paul.
Good patience by Hopkins now. You're playing a little bit of clock and score here.
Collison, again with the defender all over him, opts not to shoot it, gets the pass in, but too much traffic.
That's the right time for the lever pass. Ouch. Princeton wins faceoffs, they're going to score a ton of goals.
Tons.
If they don't win faceoffs, I think they're going to give up a lot of goals. So it's going to be really, really intriguing.
The Ivy's loaded this year.
Yes. I mean, Harvard's even good.
Right.
Sam King's a phenomenal
Yale's
behind
got
the cage.
Man, I tell you, Yale's got guys. Leo and Lyons are back. I got Jack Stuzen roaming the middle of the field. Machado Rodriguez facing off.
Brad Sharp back after an injury.
Chavette.
Oh,
Low to low.
Hopkins' shooting today has been absolutely fantastic. They've made an All-American caliber goalie, Anderson Moore, look human.
this is a phenomenal.
I mean, between
shot.
Collison and Chavette and some of the inside finishing of some of the other guys like Brooks and Melendez.
The stroke to me though, Quint, is effortless. Look at how effortless this looks by Hunter Chavette. It's like he's not even trying. It's so smooth.
Well, it's very much like Coulter Mackesy in the release. Maybe
Today, you have 3 of their players responsible for 8 of the 10 goals.
the Denver win.
Oh, there's another one. Ross gets on the board.
Denver win had, I don't know, 7 non-starters who scored goals. Like they're getting a nice depth of contribution. While we've talked a lot about Chavette and Collison, Rawson was a name that I didn't hear much of during the fall and honestly during the preseason, the scrimmages, and then he popped against Denver.
Where's Rawson from? Lawrenceville. Where's Chavette from? Lawrenceville. The factory is feeding the Blue Jays. And
I want to know where they're from before Lawrenceville. Rawson is from Ontario.
yes.
Got some things to work on. No question.
Then the rematch with Notre Dame.
Yeah, that's a tough early slate. But it always has been that way for Coach Warren.
What do you
Watch
think?
this. How can you not call a push on this? Extension of the arms.
Maybe North Carolina's got something this year.
It's always somebody, but I think we generally agree, Paul, that Carolina's got a dangerous team with Owen Duffy.
Owen
Don
Duffy.
Petramala, and ready to move up. Yeah, probably.
They all have question marks. Like I think
Big East, Providence, 2-0 now. Nice job, Bobby Benson. Way to go. Big East seems like it's open for the taking.
Nice play and finish.
you still have to deal with the Hoyas, though, right, Cotter, in the Big
That's
East?
right. That's right.
The Hoyas are notoriously slow starters. They always are, and then they really pick things up when you get into April, get into Big East play.
Is this Goldberg?
Good feed on this play, too. That's Caesar who found him right at the doorstep.
That was Carroll, I think.
Carroll, DeCade, Goldberg, Delray Beach, played at Deerfield.
Carroll's had 2 phenomenal. He's possible weaknesses and close the gap, make it a strength, and that team gets on a championship run.
Carroll adds the Georgetown tally. Just over a minute left to go in this one.
2 elite passes and now an elite dodge by Aiden Carroll, showing you why he is a proven commodity, a 2-handed proven commodity, because both of his exceptional passes, those through passes with his right hand.
Gets the switch.
Yeah, he gets the switch. Now he's left-handed. He just hammers this.
That's for Hopkins. They're in a good spot. We could practice. They got Loyola next Saturday.
The 3 wins Denver went to the
playoff team.
Final Four a year ago. Towson went to the playoffs, and everyone was talking about Towson as that team under the radar.
Georgetown
could make
champs.
a run. Yeah, so those are 3 excellent wins.
Q says the band hasn't sounded this good in decades, maybe, and we've heard them early in